Welcome to another episode of Cocktail or Neat. I'm Heather,
And I'm Tim.
and tonight we're going to do a new riff. And you want to tell me more about this one? Because you are more familiar with this.
Yeah. So New Riff announced that they were going to do a yearly release in the winter. So they're going to start doing the New Riff Winter Whiskey. And as with everything with New Riff, it's a new riff on an old tradition, such as their slogan. So what makes this special, of course, because it's New Riff, is bottled in bond, 100 proof, like all their stuff. But they made it with malted oat and chocolate malt. So they're using different grains than people are used to in this. So it's got a whole bunch of grains in the wheat bill or in the mash bill. It's 65% corn, 20% malted oat, 7% pale ale malt, 5% steel cut raw oats, and 3% chocolate malt.
Okay.
And the idea that they came up with for it, what they were thinking of doing with the idea is like come wintertime, you drink chocolate stouts and everything like that. And so they wanted their take of what a chocolate stout would be like as a whiskey.
Okay. So nothing's like aged with stout anything.
No, so it's still, well, it's a whiskey, so it's not technically a bourbon.
Oh, okay.
But nothing's added to it in that sense.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Okay. They were just trying to hit those flavor profiles.
Correct. And that's they do that with their chocolate malt they added, and then I guess the pale ale malt is kind of your beer type stuff.
Well, I definitely am getting the chocolate on the nose.
Yes, it is a completely different nose than anything I've ever smelt before.
Yeah, yeah. Like a bittersweet, baking chocolate.
Yes, that's perfect.
Oh. Yeah.
And then it's like kind of a sweet beer-ish, like, and then on the end you get more chocolate of that bittersweet with a little bit of oak and spice in there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's nothing like super complex, but it's nice. Like
Oh yeah.
I will say that chocolate is still lingering.
Mm-hmm.
I like the mouth feel on this. So I don't know if it's necessarily creamy, but it's definitely a thicker, I don't know, just really nice texture.
There is definitely a really big sweet note in the beginning that then disappears and then it's weird because it goes from sweet to that, like you said, the semi-sweet dark chocolate. Like it's it's like when you're a little kid and you sneak into your parents' pantry and you see the chocolate chips and you're so excited, but it's not the chocolate chips you want.
Right.
It is very, very different than any other type of whiskey, bourbon, anything I've had. But as with some finished products, like it only comes in at the end.
Yes.
This is there the whole time, and it works. Like it is a very good whiskey. I would definitely keep this on my shelf, and I'll look for it every year without a doubt because it's just so different. This is one that like I'm sitting down and I want to take a sip of something a little bit different, but I still want that whiskey. I would say this is the one I'm going to go for.
Yeah, this is good. But I tell you what, with this chocolate, it's also making me think of a Thin Mint and like that kind of chocolate. And so it makes me want to have mint with it. And so I would kind of lean towards putting this in a cocktail. Maybe a mint julep or like a spin on a mint julep because I like making different versions of mint julep, but just get a mint in there with that chocolate, I think would be so good.
It'd be so. I think this is, and I'm going to agree with you there. Like I will gladly drink this neat all the time, but I think this would be a fun one to experiment with cocktails with.
Yeah.
And along the mint line, like you're saying, it would be interesting to do like kind of a take on a mint julep and maybe add like a cream liqueur in there.
Yeah.
So then you get almost like your Thin Mint and the look to it and everything like that.
Yeah.
I think that'd be
okay. Well, let me create a thin mint cocktail with
Okay.
this. Now, I will say I would drink this. Like, I could drink it neat.
Mm-hmm.
I might not necessarily choose to drink it neat because I feel like it's just fun with those extra flavors in there. It would be fun to put it in something else.
Yeah, I think this one is one that we're gonna go both.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
it is absolutely delightful and wonderful to drink neat, but what they're trying to do at New Riff and everything like that almost is asking you to put it in a cocktail, to
Mm-hmm.
play with it,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
see what you can turn it into, type of thing.
I think you're onto something
Yeah.
there.
So
Yeah. I like it though. I would definitely say if you can get it, go get it.
yeah.
But I know we had a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, we had a little bit of trouble. So again, because of COVID and everything like that, liquor stores are holding their allocations and being careful of when they release stuff. The distillery had it for a little bit. This was actually picked up as an early Christmas present by my in-laws
Yeah.
at Costco.
Mm-hmm.
And I do know Kroger had it the other day around here in Louisville. Talking to the people at New Riff, they said anywhere you get New Riff, that it's distributed, they should get some bottles. Their idea behind this is not to make it allocated or a super secret special release or anything like that. They want to make this as like a staple that comes out every winter. So if that is more like, I guess you could call that allocated, the Midwinter Night Drom from High West, that is similar. If that's what they're going to go for, is to try to take that guy on, then I'm sure it'll start going allocated. But with New Riff and it being a 4-year bottled in bond, I would hope that they would start mass producing it and everything like that.
Yeah.
And then just it only comes out in the winter, but it's highly available during that time,
Mm-hmm.
is I think what they're hoping to do. So, but yeah, it's great. You see it, pick it up, no questions asked. It's $50. Like
Yeah.
you can't go wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
If I saw a second bottle there, I would be tempted to buy a second bottle. I'm not gonna lie, it's that good.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Well, I'm going to think about what kind of cocktail I can mix together with my mint and maybe some
yeah,
cream. So I'm going to do that.
yep. And then we'll start out a future episode when she finally figures out that perfect one.
Okay. I can share that with you all.
Yeah, share it with you guys, let you know what we thought, everything like that, and yeah, it'll be a good one.
All right.
So once again, thanks for tuning in. Please hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and again, hit us up in the comments. Tell us what you think. What's something we should try? I've got a pretty big collection back there, and it pains me more than you guys to share my bottles with my wife. And then you get to see an honest review because she's not scared to say, yep, even this goes in a cocktail. So once again, thanks for tuning in.
See ya.